In the endless darkness of space, a titanic shadow moves. The black star, alive and humming with ancient energy, drifts toward its target. Dozens of smaller ships orbit it like insects, ready to strike at its command. And then, the stars seem to bend as a living planet enters view. It speaks. I am Mo. I am the voice of Mu. By the authority of the controller, I uphold the law of chord. Its voice isn't heard through sound. It vibrates through the atoms of space itself, shaking the stars around it. Below, on the planet J586, chaos erupts. The skies burn black as the colossal planet's shadow blankets their world. One of their officials races to a communication terminal. Honored Mo, he shouts, we are not defiant. We cannot find the cultists you accuse us of harboring. Mo's voice rumbles back, unbothered. The law of Quard is absolute. When one sins, all are guilty. When one disobeys, all must pay. Its words thunder like judgment from a god. One of the black starships breaks away from orbit, streaking toward the planet's atmosphere. On board, the Black Star intelligencers scan for energy signatures. No gateway detected, one says. But then, 3 green blips light up on the display. Targets located. Then signal the cage craft, the captain orders coldly. Release the weaponer. In orbit, 3 aubins of the green rocket into the void, glowing emerald in the darkness. Fear claws at their minds, but they remind themselves, be without fear. Death is only an end state. The cage craft opens, releasing something that was never meant to exist. A massive hand, black as shadow and alive with cracks of crimson energy, lunges out. It wraps around one of the greens, crushing her instantly. Her name was Karina. Her blood floats in the vacuum, forming red clouds that spiral into the shape of a symbol. A hand. Kilowog, the black hand. He speaks, his voice deeper than thunder. You greens still don't get it, do you? I'm chaos incarnate. The surviving lanterns, Medfill and Aricia, brace themselves, their rings blazing. He's just a weaponer from Quard, Aricia says through gritted teeth. He can bleed. That means we can beat him. Kilowog laughs. Flanking maneuvers, strategy. Look at you bloodless greens, learning tactics. He moves faster than light, swinging his blackened arm through the void. The darkness cuts through Medfill like razors. His body flickers, turns intangible. But still, the pain hits him. His arm is gone. Impossible, he gasps. Kilowog grins. You're fighting chaos with order. That's your mistake. Chaos is what this universe breathes. You don't fight it, you ride it. He turns to Aricia. You should have run, little Owen. Bad judgment. But Aricia stands tall, power trembling in her ring. Judgment, she whispers, is still in progress. Her will explodes outward, a shockwave of emerald light that tears through the void and hits Kilowog dead on. His head disintegrates into stardust, his body floating lifelessly. This is Aricia of OA, she reports, voice shaking. Existence ended for the weaponer Kilowog, mission complete. But as she turns away, a voice crawls out of the corpse. Hope is dead, Kilowog growls, his body twisting back together. There is only will. Below on J586, the people cry out to the sky. Mercy, great Mo, spare us. But Mo's eyes glow black. The sin of one is the sin of all. A pulse of energy bursts from the planet's surface, slicing through the solar system. The explosion engulfs the entire world, splitting it in half. 7 billion lives vanish in a heartbeat. The Black Star fleet watches in silence. Planet neutralized, one of the officers reports. No survivors. And then, a flash of red. Something streaks through the debris field, tearing through the command ship like paper. It moves faster than thought. A comet of rage. Kilowog looks up, eyes wide. What in the hell? The red light slams into him, sending him crashing into the remains of a shattered continent. When the dust clears, a figure hovers above him, cloaked in fire. Sorry I'm late, the stranger says. His ring burns scarlet. Kilowog snarls, You killed a Black Star. You can't. He's interrupted by another blast of red energy that smashes him into the ground. You know the red light, don't you? The newcomer says. Defensive. Adaptive. It strengthens the body, controls the form, changes the flesh itself. Kilowog rises, his voice like gravel. I'll kill you. The red lantern puts his hands together calmly. Then try. A bubble of red light forms around him, shimmering like molten glass. Kilowog slams his black hand against it and screams as it rebounds, fracturing his bones. Through OA, this power demands restraint, the red lantern says softly. But I didn't learn it through OA. I stole it. He lowers his hood, revealing his face. I am Tomar Ray, anomaly of the red light. He gestures with one hand, trapping Kilowog inside a shrinking cube of crimson light. Wait, Kilowog begs. Tomar Ray's voice is cold. Small box. The cube shrinks, smaller and smaller, until it's no bigger than a fist. Kilowog's screams vanish into silence. Tomar Ray stares at the box for a long moment, then whispers, back to Mo. Deliver my greetings to the face of steel. He vanishes in a burst of red light. The box drifts down toward the living planet. Mo rumbles, disturbed, as the cube lands in the wasteland below. A black temple stands waiting, carved from the bones of billions. Inside, a lone figure turns as the box enters. Poor Kilowog, the man says, his voice dripping with pride, crushed beyond healing. I warned him about overconfidence. He lifts the cube and studies it. Tomar Ray thinks he's clever, distracting me from the green anomaly I've sensed, but he underestimates what I already know. A tiny creature on his shoulder speaks nervously. Controller of Mu, should this be recorded? The man smirks. A scribe who doesn't know the difference between scripture and secrets? That's a liability. He crushes it without looking. Blood drips from his hand as golden energy begins to rise from his body. Understanding, he says softly. Correct action. These are meaningless. What we will is correct. He steps into the light, his face finally revealed, the scars of war carved into a grin. There can be only one master of the gold power. The energy surges behind him like liquid fire. I am Sinestro, he growls, and I walk the left-hand path. The air itself trembles as gold energy floods the temple. And that's Absolute Green Lantern number 7. The rise of the Red Lantern, the death and rebirth of Kilowog, and the return of Sinestro, now wielding the power of gold. This arc is exploding in every direction, the black stars, the living planet, and the controllers of Mu all converging for war. What do you think comes next for Hal, Joe, and the rest of the Absolute Lantern Corps? Drop your theories in the comments, hit like, and subscribe to Vault 713, where we bring the wildest comic events to life, one issue at a time. Help us beat the algorithm and keep the light burning.